All right. Cyrtomium falcatum is Holly Fern. All right, you can see it sort of has a little bit of an artificial resemblance to a holly to some extent. All right, you're looking at a pinnately divided leaf. Okay, this entire thing is one leaf. Okay, so you're looking at pinnate divisions. Okay, and then you feel the leaf is very leathery, very not real thick, but very leathery and sort of plastic-like. Yes, Cyrtomium falcatum, a Holly Fern. I bet if I Facebooked you, you'd get it. Just a joke. Come on, people.
No, I still use MySpace.
MySpace, okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Are these the same? Yes, those are the same. Yes, that's one, this is one, and this is one right here. Okay, so those pinnately divided leaves, and then you notice that. Oh, sorry. What is that?
I don't know.
You do know.
I really don't. Just straight up lied to you like that.
I don't have a clue what that is.
I don't know what my ringtone is.
I just bought it. It sounded good to me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, Bucky.
Sometimes I set an alarm because it's the most annoying one.
All right, people. That's really okay. This is like one of my bills last semester was like I couldn't control the class. So everybody shut up and let's
give you a challenge.
Pay attention. Okay, look. Kind of leathery foliage. You notice that the toothing on the margins are they're pretty pronounced. Okay, the leaf is not a regular shape, so it's very much irregular. Can be somewhat variable from leaf to or leaflet to leaflet. Okay, but you'll notice it's almost sort of looks like a bird's wing or something like that because of the unequal division that the midrib makes. All right, that's where falcatum, this specific epithet, would come from, sort of like a falcon's wing. Okay. Then you notice on the backside you've got all these little spots. All right, these somewhat brown to a darkish tan color. Those are sori. All right, and that's where the spores are formed, and they congregate there until it's time for spores to disperse. No true flowers on Cyrtomium. Okay. Some of them have less or fewer, or they haven't formed yet. But yes, sori, S-O-R-I. Sori. Yes, and that's where the spores form and are held until they disperse. All right. So again, no true flowers on Cyrtomium falcatum, but instead it is formed by or propagated by spores. They don't tend to make new plants readily, so this is how they're typically reproduced in a nursery setting, is through these spores. All right. So sorry.
I mean, how does that work? I don't understand how it works.
Well, just it's virtually like a seed.
Okay.
All right.
So that would drop off. And
it would drop off, and from wherever that particular spore landed, begin to form a new plant. It's virtually like a seed. It's just botanically it's different.
Okay.
So you just flick the leaf over a pot of dirt to like get it to come out, or?
You know, I don't know how functionally I've never propagated this particular plant, but I'm assuming yes. You got to wait till the spores become mature, and then you would probably. I guess it would work that way. You could just kind of click it over a pot and make some new plants. Typically, you probably would buy them, or from a seed company. Okay.
Andrew,
sir.
I'm sorry. This looks to me a lot like a wood fern. Are you like?
It's the Philipperus kunthii, the wood fern that we're going to see, is much different. Okay. So 1 to 2 foot tall, 3 foot max for the most part. And a little bit of a variable leaf, but it's not going to look like any of the other ferns that we see. Okay. Typically used in zones 8 to 11, maybe 7, with some protection. Okay. Questions?